Welcome to Sunday night. One more instance of a little streamlined Dungeons and Dragons. I got a full roster tonight. I got Megan next to me here, Evan next to her, Tim, Jeremy, Max, and Cameron. Welcome them, Max and Cameron, to the set for the first time. Since we've got some new players joining, we're going to go ahead and run across the top and just kind of introduce ourselves / characters, however we need to do that. So, Megan, if you want to kick us off.
Yo, I'm Megan. I play Calcine. I am a Fire Ganassi fist fighter barbarian.
All right. Evan, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm Webb Winterthorn, the former ranger of the Prowling Jungle, now practicing his bard skills.
That's very nice of him. Tim?
I am Magvarus, a cleric who will do anything to save his friends in combat.
I like it. What kind of what's your race?
Human.
Gotcha. And Borla?
Yes, I'm a dwarven barbarian rogue. Likes to get his hands dirty and deliver a beating.
Very nice.
Loves bacon.
Loves bacon.
Thank you, Jeremy. And then Max.
Yeah, I'm playing Rigby Helm, who studies the school of divination and just kind of following where my visions of the future take me right now.
Love it. And how about you, Cam? What's on your schedule over there? What are you doing?
I'm an Eldrin elf. I'm from the Silmaris Forest. After the evil lord from Enthron killed my whole family, I became the savior of the town and have been a folk hero that's a little into myself, but really excited to meet new friends. Had a great dream that I'd find some good ones in the town there over across the water. So here I come.
Love it. And so you're from Yendel, originally, the continent of Yendel. And what is your character's name?
Jilzara Hawk. They call me Jiz.
Jizzle Hawk. Got it. All right. Good to know. I'm happy to have you guys all here tonight. Where we left off is our adventurers had returned from adventuring, successful, gaining the rank of Black Star with their guild, and Jilzara Hawk and Rigby also were recruited for their adventures to the guild's Black Star unit. Tonight we are in Summerside in the country of Grenweld, and we will start with Calcine, and I believe a few of you are all together. Can you break that down for me a little bit, Calcine? Who is all going with you and where to?
What am I breaking down? Where we're going?
Yeah, just as a reminder, you and some other people were actually heading to do a certain something, I believe.
Yeah, we are all headed to a couple of magic places. I couldn't find my notes. We're at the Killick Fair now, and we're headed to the university in another place to get the sand and pieces of the gemstone that we collected on our swift exit. Analyzed, identified, looked at.
And you said you were heading to the Nomenclature Institute?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that's what I thought. That sounds good.
There was another thing too, though. I don't know. We're going two places, I thought.
I think the Nomenclature Institute, and then if we can wrap back to the Chivalry, because that's where we'll pick up some new characters. That's perfect. So anything else you want to add before we move on? You had Evan, or you had Webb and Magvarus and Borla with you. You guys all going to the Institute?
Whoever wants to go.
I'll let you guys go to the Institute. I'm going to go over to the Temple District real quick.
Okay. So it's the Temple District's in the bottom. What is it? North, east, middle section there. The circle with the
Yeah, the big grassy circle.
Yep, I see it. Okay, cool. So that's where you're heading. Magvarus and Borla, are you guys going with Calcine or Webb or?
Yeah, I'm going with Calcine. Eventually, we're gonna go to the fighting pits. I'm sure I'm gonna have to be.
You'd rather hang out with Calcine than go to the temple like a true cleric.
He worships the ground.
We split time, okay? We'll spend plenty of time at the temple after we fight. After I fight.
People will need to heal eventually.
Okay. Well, now keep in mind too that we've been to the temple before here, and though it has like it's an open air temple and there's not a big presence of priests for his god here. You
Oh,
did
he's
like
the one that did all the healing. It was great.
right.
It
And
was a wonderful trip last time.
Yeah,
it was invigorating.
He's a big deal now. Cool. And then Jeremy, is Borla going with Calcine or Webb or his own thing?
I'm going with Webb. Where are we going?
To the temple.
No, that doesn't sound fun. I'm going with Calcine.
Okay, and then Rigby, you and Jilsara are already together. You found her. Literally, you guys are bumping into each other after having done some traveling here together already. You've been kind of keeping an eye on her. I don't know how much you've divulged of what you've seen in your visions to her, but you're keeping close to her as best you can so you can be part of the vision list. And you guys would be at the Shivery because that's the only person you actually know in Gradwell.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Is there a map of this town?
Yes. Let me share it to you. I thought I had, but here I can. And all the green dots tell some things. They're mostly accurate.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna be at the Shivery.
Yeah, probably.
Perfect. At the Nomenclature Institute, we're going to just go through it. The Nomenclature Institute is a prestigious school of higher learning in Summerside. It's one of the top 3 in Grenwell. Corliss Ruckle is the headmaster, and he has been for more than 20 years. Corliss is a half-elf wizard. He has been known to be capable, but his spells typically have nothing to do with combat. He's basically got every spell ever known to man down when it comes to everything but combat. He's very institutionalized, very educational type fella who can teach you how to scribe a scroll. He can scribe scrolls for you for a price, or have one of his many scribes do it. They have, I mean, this is a giant, not quite temple of learning. It is a walled, semi-fortified library that is just giant. It's, you know.
What's his name again?
His name is Corliss, Corliss, and last name Ruckle, like chuckle.
Yeah, many leather-bound books.
And that is in the green dot on the Nomenclature Institute on the map.
Oh, okay.
If that helps. You are granted admittance. There's nobody guarding the entranceway itself, but on entering, you will note that you might not, if you're paying attention even a little bit, you'll note that this is an old fortress that's been turned into a library. So at one point in time, it was a keep for a middling lord of some sort who passed away with no heirs and handed this off to higher education. There is literally a portcullis that could drop down. It's got a large steel door that can be closed. It's a pretty solid structure. And when you go in, there's just rows and rows of books. There's fancy sculptures. There's paintings on the wall that look to be old. There's maps in cases across the wall. There's glass cases with expensive-looking items trapped inside them, and you can see like glyphs and wards across different areas. As well, there's a few closed-off sections, but for the most part, it's a well-lit and highly full of books area with lots of like nerdy dudes running around and look like they're trying to study. It's basically Hogwarts minus the hog and the wart.
Absolutely.
That's where I am right now.
Yeah, all the top,
shit.
besides Evan, Max, and Cam, that's where everybody is. So Megan, Tim, and Jeremy, your guys' characters have gone to the Nomenclature Institute to learn about the things that Calcine's carrying around, with rocks or gems and some sand, I think.
Well, then I guess we will head to look for some sort of like front desk office area and ask to see the headmaster?
Sure. So, I mean, as I said, you basically, when you walked in, it was pretty open and there's just random scribes running around. There isn't an actual like welcoming committee when you enter, but you could grab a random scribe.
Okay.
He's like 13 or 14 years old, human, wispy hair, trying to grow a mustache, kind of greasy, in a brown plain robe with a short rope around his waist. He's real scrawny, has like kind of semi-broken glasses, not like quite, they're just like unaligned. Like they're not broken, there's no crack, and there's not actually like physically broken, but they're like bent, you know? He's like, oh, he's carrying like $3, and you stop him, and he looks flustered. He's like, I'm late to class. Oh, you're not students? What are you doing here?
Hey kid, name's Calcine. Just looking
The
for
fist fighter?
the one.
Oh, you can read?
Yeah, sure.
You're
What?
beautiful. You're way shorter than I thought you would be.
Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, have you seen Professor Ruckle around? Like, do you know where I might be able to find him?
Oh, the headmaster doesn't come out until the evening ever. He's always studying in his office.
Sure, where's that?
Oh, golly. So it's on the 3rd floor. And it's past the 2 gargoyle statues. If you go up to the northeast tower.
Cool.
Northeast,
Well,
he
thanks,
starts
kid.
like looking around his weight. Northwest tower. I'm sorry, directions are not my thing. I'm late for class. I can't believe you have all your teeth. The stories are so crazy. I've heard so many things, and I've never actually been to a pit fight. Is it scary?
I hand him like a little sample of bacon and like go, thanks, cool, and like kind of just shuffle him off as I like head in the direction he pointed me at.
He like looks back, he like smells the bacon, and like every roll of perception checks that's there.
Oh man.
Hey kid, thanks. This'll make you big and strong like me. See you around.
See you a bit. So none of you, well, Calcine, you notice as you're like shuffling past him, he like he's got his books. He's like holding the bacon, like kind of got all these books. You give him this bacon. He's like looking at it. He like smells it, and as you guys go away, he like drops it in a waistband and like wipes it on his robe and like kind of shuffles off like nervously, like looking back. He looks very confused. Like, why is Calcine here? Like I don't understand. But the headmaster, what's this news? You know, like just a mess. Cool. So you go up to the northeast tower, or the northwest tower. There do happen to be 2 8-foot tall giant marble gargoyles standing on the end of, like, sitting at the edge of this hallway. It's about 35 feet hallway with nice granite stones that leads up to a large wooden door with a black iron knocker for a handle on it.
But let's knock.
Perfect. So you knock, no one answers.
We'll knock again.
You beat on the door? How long are you going to beat on the door?
Till it breaks.
I will not let him break the door.
It's going to eventually open.
Can only hit the door so many times.
I will stop him from breaking a door.
Calcine
after he beats on it for a moment. Yeah, after he beats on it for a moment, I'm kind of going to like tap him on the shoulder and like nudge him out of the way and maybe just see if the door is unlocked.
It is not unlocked. If you beat on it for like just a moment or two, like even like a minute, after some time, an older, heavier set lady will like walk past the hallway and look down and kind of gasp and say, "What are you doing? What are you doing in the headmaster's hall?"
I introduce.
She looks to be human, dark hair, heavy set, also wearing a robe, slightly more worn robe. She also has a few pouches, and when I say pouches, think she has like a fanny pack on.
Perfect. I introduce myself and the people with me and put my hand out, offer it to shake. hey, I'm Calcine. We were looking for Headmaster Ruckle. We had some things that we found on our last guild outing that we thought maybe someone might be able to take a look at.
Oh, well, you're in the wrong place, dearie. And she has a very like grandmotherly feel to her. She's very like, oh, wrong place. But when she shakes your hand, it feels like she's been like she feels like she's wearing sandpaper for gloves. Like her hands are just calloused beyond the most calloused fighter's hand you've ever come across. They're it's almost gross. You're like, whoa, you're right. But anyhow, so she shakes your hand, not even roughly, just kind of average, like about a power to it. But she says, you're really in the wrong place. I mean, the headmaster doesn't see visitors during the day. He's very engrossed in his studies. He's been working on his third thesis for his latest studies. Perhaps I can help you. If you'd like to come with me, I can introduce you to someone that might have time to help you with that.
Sure.
Okay, her name is Agnes. She's gonna lead you back downstairs through the main hall, across the other side, up to the northeast tower, where you're able to get in and go. And there is an older dwarf, and when I say older, I mean this is like the oldest dwarf you've ever seen. Normally dwarves like look old; they get a little bit of white in their beard. This dwarf's beard is fully on white, like the whole thing. He's wrinkly. You can't see his eyes because his brows are so like old and wrinkly over his eyeballs, and his cheeks are just red, and his nose is red. He's obviously drunk, but also older than balls. And he's sitting behind a big stone table. He's got 3 books in front of him and like 10 or 12 different potion bottles and like beakers and things. And you come in, and you can't tell if he notices you because his eyes are basically covered by his old wrinkly ass. Not his actual ass, but his eyebrows and things. But as soon as you get within 10 feet of him, he kind of coughs, takes a drink out of a beaker, spits, puts it down. It's obviously the wrong one. Grabs something else, drinks it, is happy as hell, burps, and says, "You come to see me?" Agnes, why are you able to see me? I haven't even
Agnes
had
here
my
says you're the man to
yet.
see.
What do you say?
I said Agnes here says you're the man to see.
Man, what a word. What do you want, Ganassi?
So I explained to him the not necessarily in detail, but like kind of just a brief summary of the events that we just found ourselves in. The island itself, the weird nature of the island, the sample that I collected from the island, the gem, the ritual, all that stuff, and kind of explain it to him and said we brought back some pieces from it, and we didn't know, I don't know if there would be any value in learning more about it.
Okay, give me a percentile roll, and then give me a persuasion check. And then if anybody's aiding you, I need to know.
Yeah.
Borley, you're going to aid with persuasion? I like it.
Yeah.
Lord help us. It's an 80%.
Perfect. Okay, and then persuasion with, go ahead and do it at advantage with his help.
Yikes.
He gives the drunk guy a piece of bacon to help with the persuasion.
Oh, I'm happy to do that. 14.
It normally would have been a +2, but you're a dwarf, so I give you advantage. It's got you a 14. He kind of gruffly looks at you, drinks from the wrong bottle again, spits, grabs the other one to wash it down, pushes some stuff off the table, and kind of puts his big grubby old man hands out. And he's like, give me what you got. Let me take a look.
Cool. So what did I do? The water skin of sand, and then just the handful of gem shards.
Right, so you actually that percentile roll is to figure out how much you're able to scoop up between you guys. That's 80% of the gem is here. So
nice.
So you did a pretty good job. I was just going to give you whatever percentage you rolled. You're roughly 80% of the gem. He says, "I'm going to have to study this," and he like pulls out a monocle, lifts up his eyebrow, and stuffs this in there so he can see better. And he starts looking at the gem. He's got the sand. He's like, "I'll tell you what. I like your story. I like that dwarf. I'm gonna research this for a little bit, but I'm in the middle of something today, and I haven't had my afternoon drink. Can you come back tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I figured out. I can spend the evening after I've had a little time to finish up with what I'm handling. He drinks from the right bottle this time, smiles a bit, gets a little more flush, dribbles a little in his white beard, wipes it.
What's his name?
He didn't offer it.
Well, we haven't left
You
yet.
didn't offer it when I introduced myself and told him my story?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm asking him what his name is.
Wow. Well, the kids have just called me professor since the last time I can remember. Hold on. Agnes! Agnes! She comes stumbling back in, kind of flustered. And she's just like, what do you want, Gunther? Gunther. Gunther. Professor Gunther. You can call me professor. You can call me Gunther. I might not answer to either unless I have my hearing on.
Hand me my lucky tankard. See if there's something special about it. My lucky mug. I want him to identify my lucky mug.
You put it on the table?
Yeah.
He sloshes some alcohol into it immediately. Almost as a reflex, and then pushes it back towards you.
I drink it.
How lucky is that? Now we're talking dwarven spirits that you have not tasted since you left home. These are pristine dwarven spirits. Roll a fortitude save. At advantage because you're a dwarf.
Oh.
Fortitude at. Where's fortitude save at?
It's on your character sheet. If you open your
Constitution save.
Yeah, Constitution save. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a little bit.
And it's at advantage because you're a dwarf.
Oh.
And you have advantage against poison.
So just roll it one more time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's delicious. You could tell it was made cream of the crop. And you also notice that he has an entire barrel of whatever he poured behind him.
Ask him if I can get some of that to go.
Yeah, I think that can be arranged. You got to keep it in the race. So he'll pour another flagon of it for you, and he can give you like a little flask of it as well. Almost like this is the happiest he's been this entire time. Definitely kind of a gruffer dude overall.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'm sliding like 4 gold coins.
He likes that. He's definitely gonna take those. Make sure to mark them off. And that's unless you guys have anything else for the Nomenclature Institute.
No.
We'll slide over to the temple real quick. So Webb, you leave the dagger board, looks like the rest of them, and you end up heading over to the temple. And it was Coppice that your mother was a cleric to, is that correct? So you head to the Coppice temple. And remind me, your mother, the Coppice temple, Coppice is nature and agriculture, is that right?
Correct. Yep. So, it's actually the only temple in the Prowling Jungle. It's a pretty large temple, but it's the only one there in our town.
Gotcha. Okay,
and
well, you will get there. The Coppice temple is literally a giant tree that has been magically carved out to stay alive in the center of this town. So it's this giant, we're talking like 4 redwood trees, and it's just a big winding set of like small, like, what do they call enclaves? Enclaves? Little rooms. We're talking like not very big rooms, because I mean even 4 redwoods or whatever isn't that much big, but it goes up for 400 feet, and it's just giant, and they've managed to magically carve a neat stairwell all the way up to the top, and then there's some like rooms that have been built with living tree to encompass the larger spaces high up above the city. You go there, and there's wood dryads, there's wood nymphs, there's a couple of worshipers, all kinds of rangers have come here. There's soil that's been had something freshly planted in it surrounding the tree. There's buds. The scent of spring is in the air around the temple itself. Who are you approaching?
Since Webb's been here to Summerside, in his rangering days, he's probably been to this temple a few times, so he'll go to the main sanctuary.
Okay, that's up very high. So that's very high. So you climb all these stairs, and it's a lot, and there's no like quick route.
Right.
So you're like 400 feet, you know, up
A lot
in the air.
easier
You
when
go
I was
off into one of these giant limbs where this like, you know, nature magic room is, and inside is a wood elf who is completely naked, taking, you know, like hands up towards the sky, back to you. She's bossy. If you were an elf, you would think she's pretty hot, but you're not an elf. You're a halfling, so you think she's more than that. She's brown as it gets. Like she's basically lived under the sun with barely any clothes her entire life. She's not wrinkly, but she's very brown. She's easily a couple hundred years old as far as elves goes. It's not that much, but she's not young. When you come in, she almost immediately notices that you're behind her. She senses you somehow. She turns. Foliage like rolls up off the ground to cover her in entrapments like that hang off her like a robe. And she greets you. She says, "Webb, welcome back. Coppice bless you. May nature be your course."
Thank you, Bishop. I appreciate that.
Huh?
Thank you, Bishop. I really appreciate that. We've had quite the journey here. I'm glad to see you're doing well, looking well. I wanted to see if you could potentially get a message over to my mother's temple. I won't be able to get back there anytime soon. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's very, very possible. Is there anything in particular that you would like to say to her?
Well, I just want her to know I'm okay because I've been home for a couple months. And I know she'll be not necessarily worried, but just wondering where I'm at. I haven't checked in a while, so. And if you have, I don't know if you have a runner that could go to the Prowling Jungle. I do have a bit of gold that I'd like to send to Mom.
How much is a bit?
Like 100 gold pieces.
Oof. Okay, I can figure this out. Give me just a moment. And she like reaches up back towards the sky. She says some stuff in ancient Elven. A giant fucking hawk appears and flies up and lands right next to her on a branch that comes out of the tree itself for it to mount on. It mounts there, and she says, "The gold?"
Oh, here you go.
She takes the gold. She takes your note. She ties them together. The giant eagle grabs it and flies off. She says, "I'm not one for running, but I think that your mother shall."
I wouldn't be either.
I think your mother will get your request, your note and your money.
You know what, Bishop, and all the times I've been here and talked to you, have you ever met my mom?
You know, the winter thorns have been a thorn in the side of the enemies of the church for a long time. Though I've not met her, I've heard many a story of her adventures of that and your cousin Illis.
Well, I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna go down, if you don't mind, just for a quick prayer, down to the bottom sanctuary.
Of course, walk in nature's path and be blessed by storm.
Thank you, Bishop.
Perfect. That's awesome. Great, fantastic, wonderful, grand. Magvaris and Borla, you guys are both with Calcine. Max and Cam, Rigby and Jizzlehawk. You guys are at the Shivery, which is the local fortune teller, if you will, a local seer known by Swayette is the proprietor here. She is, for all intents and words, she's basically just a gypsy. She's a human gypsy. She does know and recognize Rigby, you think. She's very good at like the whole show behind like the fortune telling thing. Like, you know, like you come in, there's like beaded curtains, you know, intricately, like lots of intricately woven carpet on the floor, like different rugs. She's got tapestries hanging up. There's like a couple of wind chimes outside. She's got the giant crystal ball, pillows to sit on. You know, there's like sensors full of smoke, you know, just kind of swaying in the wind and casting all this like smoke into the air around her. And like, you almost want to cough as you go in. It's just dense with this incense. And like, she's, kind of a fiery red head where she's got like really kind of wild, crazy red curly hair with like a streak of white in it. Not quite roguish, but like just like one single, like getting older. She's probably like late 40s, middleweight. She's dressed in silks. She has some kind of expensive jewelry on her wrists, and on a ring on her finger. She's wearing what's this called? A circlet, or like a diadem, or what do they call it? Diadem?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she's got one of those on, and like it looks like it's like brown, like maybe it's made out of brass or like a dark copper, and it looks like a closed eyeball, right where her third eye would be. But you guys come in, and she's sitting at the crystal ball, her hands like on her side. She looks like she's straight Gandhi meditating, whatever. But you guys enter, and
Does she greet us at all?
as you push the curtains to the like the giant like entranceway back, she's got a pretty good sized place. The chimes kind of let her know that someone's entered, and she's like, she doesn't seem to look up or like look up at you physically, but she like kind of lifts her arms up. She says, "Don't tell me you were here to see me." And then
yes.
she opens her eyes and she's like, "I knew it, Rigby, Jizzlehawk, so good to see you."
Jizzlehawk.
No, you smell different than I dreamed.
Swayette, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. Your memory serves you well, Master Rigby. I see you've
Yes.
been eating.
Well, patient is hungry work. We to you because I've seen strange visions of this one, this Eladrin. I believe she is destined for great things, and I need the help of another seer such as yourself to confirm these premonitions.
You've come to the right place. And as a former classmate of mine at the Institute, I welcome you and will give you a moderate discount. Surely. But please come in, gather around the crystal ball. Let us look into the future. Let us see some possible outcomes together.
I take my own crystal ball out of my robe and I just kind of, as I have a seat, I put it in my lap to see if anything happens while I'm not using it or casting a spell, but just want to keep it close by.
Snuggle it a little. Okay. You got two wizards saying you're destined for greatness there, Hawk.
Rigby, I like you. I've just met you, but I like you because you're right. I am destined for great things. I'm glad you can see it too. It's good to be here.
Damn elves. Cool. Are you gonna mosey on in and settle in on a pillow as well?
I'll settle in Indian style on a nice fluffy pillow. Only one that's green. Must match my hair.
Perfect. I like that. And just so we're all aware, Gisera does have like multicolored hair. She's quite urban, I guess is the word I'll go for. Like kind of like
I'm from the woods.
Yeah, well, yeah, urban from the woods, but you've traveled some sense. You picked up many a culture.
And many tattoos too.
Cool. So you guys settling around her. She says, the standard 3 gold is fine, or if you do want the discount, I can do it for 2, and we can get this party started.
What do we have to do for the discount?
I was going to say I'm going to go ahead and pay full price because I don't want to take advantage of a friend.
Nothing like owing favors to people, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll give her the 3 gold.
Cool, perfect. She'll take it with a twinkle in her eye, the 2 eyes. She takes it, she puts it in like a side pouch that's on her side. She sits there, she slaps her 2 kind of meaty hands with nice nails and prominent jewelry on this crystal ball in front of her, which is about 3 times the size of your crystal ball, and it's sitting on like a nice little like stand right in the middle of her stuff. So she's like, wham, and just puts it right there on it, and it instantly turns like white and blue smoke inside and starts swirling around, and like you see like think the lightning balls that you can get at Spencer's back in the day, kind of going like not quite as lightning, but like sort of like there's some of that, but then also with like white and blue smoke. And she starts to like kind of hum like it's like almost like she's clearing her throat. It almost sounds like she needs to spit. But after about 2 minutes of her like kind of really getting into it and like kind of whispering some stuff under her breath, she like goes rigor mortis shock, like and like kicks back, and her head flies back, her eyes roll back in her head, and the eye on her forehead opens up, and it's just bright fucking blood red and shining. And her voice changes in this deep undertone. She says, "The Dark One comes. 6 shall have a chance to stop him, or all shall die." And she starts convulsing and like shaking like this, and like smoke starts coming off her hands. And says, "You will never stop me." And like the crystal ball explodes towards her, and she just gets all cut up, and her hands are like on fire, and she falls over dead.
What?
And I look at Rigby and say, "We need to find a different seer."
I guess it's just me now. I don't know any other seers in this town.
Heart attack, just like that.
She falls over dead. The eye itself closes. The crystal ball shatters, and like her hands are like smoking and blackened. She just looks rough. It looks like she imploded from the inside, and like her insides just basically boiled. You're relatively certain some sort of like super high level demon of some sort just possessed her from the inside and fried her for looking into his business.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's like your educated guess, and I'm giving it to you because it's story driven. Your educated guess is that she like literally looked at shit she wasn't supposed to. She's not as good as you, and it wasn't just premonitions like you received, but she tried to tap into it using multiple arcane objects and got noticed.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Jilsara and say, I apologize if this seems like bad taste, but I must search the residence and see if there's anything that might be useful in developing my divination skills.
Hey man, I'm all about it. Let's pick his pockets.
So I'm going to take a look around. I am looking for something specific if it might be here, but otherwise just curious about what she's got amongst her trinkets and magical artifacts. Find a set of augury sticks or a deck of cards that I use for fortune telling.
She does have a deck of like fortune telling cards, like tarot cards that you could scoop.
I'm gonna grab those.
So you get up from where you guys were and head off into the room to look at other stuff. Is that right?
Yeah.
What about you, Cam? What is Sarah doing? Just Sarah.
Well, I don't want to touch her body or anything, so I'm not touching her pockets. He'll have to do that because she looks all black and smoky and smells weird. But I'll look around at the shelves around and see if I can find any kind of gold or weapons or anything that I can.
She doesn't have a lot of shelves. Her place is pretty like it's almost like she could, if she like spent some time, make this place mobile. It's almost like her wagon opened up and became a building, and she just kind of fortified it to be a little bit more building-esque. But you do come across with a decent enough investigation check, a couple things for both of you. So both of you give me an investigation, and we'll go from there.
I want to do that.
So on your character sheet, if you open your character and go to the skills tab, which is the second tab, investigation is under I, and you'll just double click on the number across from investigation.
Got it. That sucks. But it's my lucky number, so woo.
Not bad. Rigby, you found the tarot cards. Besides that, you tripped over a medium-sized foot by 2 foot chest. Joseph Hawk, you find a jade elephant about the size of a baseball that you think might be worth money, but you're not sure. You've never seen anything like it. It's very intricately made. It has gold leaf like decorations on it, almost like a golden saddle and golden like henna around the edges of its ears and things like that.
Can I melt this and turn it into something?
No, it's jade. It's a rock.
The gold on it.
There's well, you could try and melt the gold, but it's probably worth more as a decorative piece than anything.
Yeah, and I say something like, perhaps we shouldn't scrap it just yet. It could be magical or mystical.
Okay.
Dane, I ask. Well, Jilsara, would you mind if I take a few minutes to cast a spell?
No, go ahead. I'll stand back. How far back do I need to stand?
Oh, it's completely harmless.
I just saw a spell. It didn't turn out great for them. Do I need to step away?
I mean, I don't want to explode.
Dane, I'm gonna cast magic as a ritual. So I'm gonna spend 10 minutes trying to see if I can find something magical in the residence.
Okay, that sounds good. Since you guys had your augury done, your fortune telling done, I'm gonna pop back over to the other side of the room here to the dangerous trio of Calcine, Magvarus, and Borla, and say what's next.
Well, since we gave all of our stuff to the people at the Nomenclature Institute, I'd say we don't really have to go to Chivalry. I'd say we could probably make our way directly to the Rib Tickler.
Or we could stop by, I believe the Jacktar Tavern, we had a business agreement with the owner there, right?
Oh
For
yeah, maybe
bacon?
we can drop off some more bacon.
To see if
Can you
see
guys
how
hear
that
my
falls.
kid?
No.
So,
No.
She is jamming. She's singing "Let It Go" right now at the top of her lungs above me, and I can hear every word.
She's really letting it go.
Her and her friend are on like FaceTime karaokeing or something. I don't know what's happening, but it's amazing, and I'm happy that she gets to have a good time. Anyway, sorry. So that sounds good. You guys want to go to the Jacktaw Tavern?
Sure.
Whatever you guys like. You wanted to see if you want some more bacon?
yep.
Yeah,
let's
let's
go.
check it out.
You guys will get there. Teddy Thatcher's an owner. He's a smaller guy with ebony skin, green eyes. He's got a deep voice. Just welcome back. That bacon went quick.
Great.
Yeah, it did.
I think I could be entertained with a little more if you've got some.
I got 95 pounds.
If I remember
70.
correctly, we just like gave him the bacon for free,
Yeah,
and he was supposed to pay us when he sold it all.
Sure.
Is that
That's a
is that
fact.
correct?
No, I think that's right. What did he owe you? I don't remember.
1,000
Oh,
gold.
you think it's fair?
It was not 1,000 gold.
No, give me a second. I might have it written down. I should have it written down.
I don't know if we agreed on a price. I think he was just basically going to price it
Were
based
you
on
willing to
demand.
pay for some more of that, though?
Yeah, he would like to keep some in the stock. He's cool with that.
Well, how much would you want?
We left him 10 pounds to sample to try to sell to his patrons. We'll collect 5 gold later.
Perfect. He'll give you guys 5 gold, and he will take 50 gold more of it, which is probably what you guys have.
No, we're up in the price now.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Supply and demand.
Sorry. Price went up,
businesswoman.
man.
It's a little older though. I mean, that kid did throw it away.
Okay, the kid was a mere scribe that had no interest in physical perfection.
He didn't appreciate the finer things.
Correct.
That's
If it ain't a book, he's not interested. Now, let's talk business. My name has got a little bit more heft to it now than it did before, and Borla's isn't doing too bad either. So I think we could do a gold a pound.
I mean, do you have 50 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 50 pounds.
Done.
But
Who's taking it off?
I got it.
Okay. I think you guys were looking. Was it the Ironclad you went to as well?
yeah, I don't think he was interested.
I think he's the one that bought, didn't he? One of them bought, and one of them
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh, we sold 30 pounds to the Ironclad for 30 gold.
Okay. Are you gonna stop back? That's right next to the Jack Tar.
My notes literally say I think we can do better once I get a bit more famous. So I'm gonna up his price too.
So off to the Ironclad as well.
Yeah.
He'll give you 100 gold for 100 pounds.
Don't have 100 pounds.
How about 75 gold for 50 pounds?
I don't know if I can up my prices. Jacktaw, I found out, had the same bacon.
Yeah, it turns out his price got up too. So
Oliver Carbon is the owner here. He's an old iron worker. I mean, can you do 100 pounds or not for 100 gold?
I don't think we have 100 pounds left.
No, we got 45.
I have 70.
Oh.
I'll take it all.
So yeah.
I'll take it all.
Oh, we'll save 15 for us. So he can have 100.
All right.
Boiled bacons are staple.
All right. So 100.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta Orla's gotta make some more here. And now that we've got a bag of holding, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, it keeps it well.
Get a bag of holding.
What is that? The change of letter spell? Cool. All right. So you managed to sell more bacon, and then you're going to start heading towards the rib tickler. Webb, you're at the. You get done. You go down. You say your prayer. Then what?
Yep. I leave.
And it's understood they were going to the rib tickler. You knew that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I leave 5 gold in the tithe there, and I will make my way to the rib tickler.
Perfect.
Stopping by the Fisherman's Nook just to get a quick bite and head there.
You're in the so we got 10 minutes to kill with Max and Cam in the tent. He's casting a spell. It's taking some time. Calcine, Magvaris, and Borla are taking time going to 2 bars. Probably 20 minutes worth of time. Really, 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get to and go to in real quick. Sell the bacon real quick. Head to the next one, another 10, 15 minutes. We're looking at 20, 25 minutes easily just for those points. Not even taking really travel into it. So with that being said, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you would probably have time, Webb, to go to the Fisherman's Nook based on them taking a while before anything happens. At the Fisherman's Nook, which is very popular for you, you actually see one of the kids you had seen at the rib tickler last time that you had chased.
Mm.
And the kid is in the corner playing dice with a couple of older patrons. Do you like take extra notice? Do you stop?
Yeah, I'll just watch him. I'll just watch him from my table.
Okay, so not at the bar, but at the table, you're going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Perception check at advantage.
Terrible. 13.
He just won his hand. He just won his dice toss, and he just got about 20 gold off of the 2 older guys he's playing with. He kind of tips his little weird hat. He's got like one of those little funny "I'm a poor kid" hats from the worst section of town. He tips his hat, says, "Well, gentlemen, it's more money I've seen in my entire life, so I'm gonna have to take my money and go." And he kind of takes his money and makes his exit pretty quickly.
Okay. I'll just tail him from afar.
Okay, give me a stealth check and a perception check. Just normal.
$19 stealth. And a 25 perception.
Okay. Well, this kid has no idea. He keeps looking over his shoulder right past you. Like you're just like
Well, I'm little.
Yeah, you're short. He's like 3.5 feet taller than you. You're short and you're like off to the side. He keeps looking back. Kind of looks like he's trying to not get tailed. He heads straight into the basement of the Red Sock again. Or into that door to the Red Sock.
Gotcha. Okay. That's it.
Okay, perfect. And then back Max, Cam, in the chivalry, you cast detect magic. The jade elephant 100% lights up. The eye on her head lights up. The ring on her hand lights up, and the bracelets don't. The shards of glass from the crystal orb light up, and what appear to be footprints leading away from the building light up a luminescence of a certain like magical leftovers.
We need to follow that.
Something magical went that way. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the circlet or the diadem or whatever you call it.
Diadem off her forehead.
And the ring. I don't have identify prepared, so it would take me some time to cast that again.
Perfect.
But
the closed eyes forehead circlet or diadem is ice cold to the touch. The ring is just normal feel, but it's very well crafted. It is made from platinum, and there's an emerald encased, a couple emeralds along the top of it, and there's writing on the inside of it in magic script.
Okay. I explained to Jill Sara that some of the artifacts are magical and that we should take them with us so that we can identify them later. And I also mentioned that there seems to be a magical trail leading away from this location.
Perfect.
Let's go. But before we do, does she have any gold on her? Do we check?
He did give her 3 gold. You didn't want to touch the body, and I did mention that Rigby tripped over a 4 by 2 foot chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the 3 gold that I gave her. I'm not gonna take it back because I think that would be bad luck. But I am gonna open the chest, I guess.
It is locked.
Oh.
I'm kind of a thiefy one, so I'm gonna take the gold when he isn't looking.
Okay.
As he's walking ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and pick up the chest. Can I pick it up?
You could probably pick it up. The to take the gold without him seeing, I'll need a stealth check or a sleight of hands check at least. Let's just do a sleight of hand because you're trying to do it when he's not looking, not necessarily creeping along. So sleight of hands under skills, and it's that same thing you did for investigation.
You sure I can't do my stealth one?
Pretty sure.
Click. There you go.
I mean, it was pretty good. You can roll against that, Max, unless you're not really paying a lot of attention.
He's not paying attention. He can't.
No, you can just use my passive perception, in which case it would definitely
smacked
beat it.
Across the room. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And the chest is maybe like 30 pounds, so you could pick it up. It doesn't appear to have any kind of locking mechanism, but maybe is somehow magically sealed.
Okay, so I can take it with us.
Yeah, you can stuff it in your backpack and carry it along. It's just going to be kind of bulky and heavy.
Okay. Well, but we could magically unsecure it later.
Potentially.
So I'm taking the circlet and the ring. Just sorry, you've got the elephant.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to create those items on your sheet in Fantasy Grounds. I don't have them made to drop for you. So you can just create a new item with the button, the green plus sign, and then just type out what it is for now.
But it got really heavy and I just dropped it.
And then Mac, you'll want to do the same thing with the chest. You'll have a 30-pound fortune teller's chest on your items tab of your character. So you'll click on inventory, and then at the bottom there's like a brown little edit list thing in the bottom right hand corner. You click that, and then at the top there'll be a little green add item plus sign. You'll click that.
Okay, well it got really heavy and so I just dropped it instead.
Here, you're very new. I will put it on your sheet.
No, it's fine. It's 30 pounds. I'm only 120 pounds in my character, so that's a lot. I'm not an ant.
Let's see, you're only at 70 pounds right now. Your max carry is 135 without being over encumbered.
All right, well, I'm kind of a badass in strength then, huh?
Yeah, you're doing all right.
That's strong.
So strong.
So I didn't get those 3 coins? He slapped me across the room? Is that what I heard?
No, you slapped him across the room with your swift moves.
Let's go.
I didn't notice.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm
what
like, dang, I got slapped. That
No,
sucks.
he didn't slap you. And the feet print lead
Ooh.
off towards the rib tickler. So, wiggity biggity boo, everybody heads to the rib tickler, right?
Rib tickler.
Yeah.
Because that's where the magic footprints lead as well.
Convenient.
It is very convenient, and I'm not railroading you. I did
You
have
would never.
to find some time in my life to build this about 5 minutes before the game. This is the Rib Tickler Arena.
Oh, holy shit! That's hard to.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Huge.
Huge.
The grid is tiny, and it's hard to.
Always got something wrong, you know.
No, I mean the grid is insanely small. I think you've got 3 of us on the map, and we must be 100 feet apart.
Fine. I could make it bigger. I think it wasn't that big anyway. So. How far did I say it was before?
I don't remember.
You guys aren't worried about a fireball going off in enclosed space?
I was able to cast my what was it? Shield of Faith, which has a 60-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that.
That's better anyway. So yeah, it's not too bad. As long as she stayed on one side, I think you were able to do it. So we'll say that's good. I couldn't remember, so here we are. But perfect. So the rib tickler, for those of us just joining us, is kind of a taller, almost like purposely made amphitheater. It's got rows and rows of benches, which is what is inside the red square. All that kind of like tile looking stuff is actually just a bunch of haphazardly rows of seats, and it's like levels of seats. So there's you can pay for different heights. Like you enter in at the base level, and then there's stairs on different sides. You go up to another level, and then there's just seats on seats on seats that look into this ring. The thatched wood around the inner circle or inner square there covers the arena, the fighters' entrances from the lower level, so that you can't see them when they're in there, but then they come out and the fights all happen in the center.
So it's the Coliseum.
It's a communist Coliseum. Well,
Squareseum.
Rigby, you and Dasara probably have never been here before. It is a local no-kill arena. So technically you're not supposed to be killing. But you go in, Calcine people recognize you. You see Webb show up at the same time. Rigby and Jilsara, you guys get to the arena fairly quickly. It's not that far. The footprints eventually die off, but you hear the crowd yelling when you get close. And I guess because I have to railroad you to get together, because otherwise it's going to go forever. We're not going to do anything. You guys end up going in anyway, and Calcine, as I said, they notice you. You're welcomed in. Are you heading in to speak to the half orc that runs the place? I think you had a peg leg. No, you had a claw and an iron claw hand.
Maybe.
I think originally you had said you were going to have a little fighty fight.
I do believe that we could all stand to have a little match.
Perfect. So we have a few options. So the half orc is like, good to see you. Are you here for one-on-one? Or we do have a group combat available. And since the new mayor took over after the unfortunate death of the last mayor, we now are allowing weapons. killing is still frowned upon, and that's why we have a cleric on hand. But
So
I'd be lying
weapons,
if I
but
said people didn't die.
weapons, but not magic.
I mean, it's an arena, so the best are gonna do their best.
Am I in the arena? Do I see Calcine in the pit?
Yeah, no. As you're entering, it's just magically they just happen to be really close to where you're going in, and you see them. She's not in the pit yet.
Okay.
I'm at the table.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I'm happy to do
you,
a one-on-one fight again.
Oh, how many people can compete at once?
I mean, it just depends on who signs up. I mean, everybody. Your team could go in 4, 5, 6, 7 of you, whatever.
I've seen several fights that were team fights out here. 2-on-2, 3-on-3. I think they've even had 5 or 6, on a team at a time. So it just depends on how many folks sign up and if there's different crews available.
Yeah, and if you don't sign up as a team, but you all sign up, you could end up fighting each other.
Right. I don't want to fight alone. Obviously, I'm not. I'm fine with fighting as a team, but not. Yeah.
Basically, though, the half-orc tells you that the rules of before are no longer the same. Mayor Hewlett has passed. He had an untimely accident and ended up dying from his injuries. So he's no longer against, essentially. I mean, the town is not for death in the ring, but there isn't as many limitations on the rules around it. So it can be more of a dangerous venture to go into the pit.
They still have a cleric on.
There is still a cleric on duty, right? To try. I mean, they're not trying to get people killed, but they also are allowing for weapons and spell-like abilities and magic and stuff that happens. It is possible to have a full-on regular character battle in there with your equipment.
Gotcha.
Sweet.
Hence the blood.
I say we do it. What do you say, Bora?
She's still away.
I don't know, man. I'm more of a betting guy.
He doesn't want to fight.
Seriously?
More of a bacon guy?
Yeah.
Big bacon guy.
You can still bet, I think, if you compete.
Oh, really?
You bet on
yeah.
yourself, right?
I bet on myself.
Who else?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Don't forget, Webb's the only one that's lost any money because he dared bet against me.
No, I won. That's not fair. I also won.
You don't get to hedge your bets, bud.
Yeah, you lost overall.
No, we were all winners because Calcine's
They're
on
literally
team
in my notes
Web winner.
because I was mad.
So just so it's clear, like underneath the red part it goes back to the not stands. Like there's some other areas that go around the outsides of the building to go down, go out, to get refreshments, to make your bets. There's tables and things, and there's even you can buy food or drinks, and there's a surrounding tavern around the arena.
Oh,
so,
I'm gonna get a chili dog.
Yak's meat, hot wine, yak's meat.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you hear that all the time. Good old yak's meat.
Scratcho?
Yeah, so we haven't met Rigby and Jilsara yet, though.
No, you currently haven't. But they do stumble in, and you were aware that you're supposed to be meeting up with a gnome and an elf to join your team at some point.
Oh yeah, that's right. They told us that at the diary board, didn't they?
And he also
What a
told
great
you
bonding opportunity.
He did already tell you too that they were already part of the new Black Star unit. So
Yeah, hey guys, take a look at they got them 10 stars on their shirts like we just got.
It's initiation time. This is how we're bonding.
So Rigby and Jilsara, you do enter the arena just because it's the closest structure to the end of the footprints. And immediately on entering, you see a band of 5 individuals, one of which is a goblin who's been tagging along unseen with Calcine. Just kind of
he's not been
in her
unseen.
shadow. Sitting around a kind of large round table, some talking about fighting, and all of them happen to have if you get a chance to see, and maybe you don't see all of them, but a good number of them you can visibly see the same black star that you and Jilsara were awarded by the guild when you were upgraded to the new unit.
Okay, well, what kind of guild are we members of?
So the Adventurers Guild is a non-political neutral party that does work for all the different countries, and they have different task force or units to explore different kinds of phenomenon or threats, depending on the unit. The Black Star team is designated supernatural and end world threat unit.
Oh, okay.
So that's
we
why
the best.
When you sought her out, you kind of knew that there's some big shit was happening around her, and then to get around the country and have a place, the different countries have a place to stay, because there's a guild hall in every country, so there's always a place to stay that you can utilize if you're a member. So in order to get around and travel safely and with the way, you joined a guild to get around and managed to eventually, through adventures, get to the point where you were offered the Black Star status.
Okay.
But
And
yeah,
I walk in admiring my star.
Yes, you're admiring your star. Everybody sees each other's stars. You don't recognize these two people, but you remember you're being told that you're going to run into them or meet them at some point, and that you will become the unit together. So it's not a bad idea to get to know each other.
So elf and gnome, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll cast message to the gnome. Hey, come on over here to our table.
I think those that motley crew over there is trying to get our attention. I say to Jilsara.
Hey, they have matching badges. Let's go.
We should.
I'm like waving them
ourselves.
over, but they can't see me because I'm so short.
I'm
wait, how-
very
how
immersed in a conversation with the quartermaster.
Webb, how tall are you?
You know,
Your average
halfling size.
I marked down 3'9" on my character, so
Oh, you're taller
Oh,
than he
okay.
is.
Yeah, you probably are.
Aren't you 3'2"?
You know, I think I wrote it down somewhere. Let me check.
Well,
Just
it's not on
curious.
this sheet.
Is that what it says? 3'2"?
No, it's not on your. It's not on the one on the Fantasy Grounds.
I'm looking at my D&D Beyond. I think I wrote it on there.
Gotcha.
What a thing to look at.
211. Sorry, I'm 211, 42 pounds.
That's exactly what we needed to hear, right?
So you're like 10 inches shorter than me and like 5 pounds heavier.
Yeah, that sounds right. That tracks. Yeah.
It's perfect. Awesome. So they're at the table, and you guys see them, and one or two of them see you as well.
Fellow members of the Black Star, well met.
Well met.
Does anybody say anything?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear before I go into full-on goblin talk.
Oh, I'm actually talking to the quartermaster about who all signed up right now and dealing with.
Okay.
Well, nice to meet you guys. My name's Webb. This is my crew.
Hey.
So it's nice to meet you. Come on down. Let's get a drink. And I'm actually going to take out my newly purchased alchemy jug, and I'm gonna make some delicious ale, like the best ale I've ever had coming out of this thing.
I like you already.
Bring me your glass. Let's pour them all up here.
Yeah, I'll have some ale.
Of course, Marvin the goblin is there, and he's like, "Hi, newcomers! You're a gnome and you're an elf. Welcome. We have the best bacon. Have you heard of Barla's bacon?"
He goes straight into the Borla bacon or the barbarian bacon pitch.
I never thought I would leave my home. My clan is my life, but I tried the bacon, and I've not left their side once, except for when I was kidnapped. Oh, don't get me started. What a world. I tell you, the best thing about my friends is that they're very powerful, and they save me from evil, magical snake people. It was awful. I almost was eaten. Cut open, they say. Ah.
I'm honored to be joined this group that saved such a quirky character like this guy.
He's here for.
I see you've met my familiar.
Dane, my raven, who's perched on my shoulder, immediately starts repeating some of the phrases from the goblin in the exact same tone of voice. It seems to be practicing.
Cut you open! Ah!
Yeah, so it can imitate the goblin.
Smelled my flesh, they say. Yum, snake people. Ah! Absolutely, and the raven looks familiar. Slightly larger than a normal raven, and looks very similar to the other raven that you'd seen flying around the isle that you guys, managed to stop the temple from raising the sea levels up.
I say, there it is, Marvin. That raven I told you to shoot. Get it.
Dinner! I've had so much bacon, it's time for chicken!
Okay.
Perhaps she should go away for a bit, and I put the raven in her little pocket dimension.
Whoa, fancy. Oh, never more.
I'll return from the quartermaster's table and give them the scoop. Give them the scoop on what's going on with the fights, and then kind of turn and go, "Oh, hi," and notice the stars, and introduce myself as Calcine.
Calcine, I've heard so many great things.
Yes.
She's like,
just kidding. Calcine's not that egotistical. So, I ask their names, exchange familiarities, and get down to brass tacks. Are we gonna fight, or am I gonna fight?
Perhaps if we could have just a few minutes to decide.
Because I'm fighting regardless.
I'm gonna have a few drinks to decide.
How long until the fight starts?
So there's actually some fights going on right now that's just kind of been in the background. They're just kind of common street fights.
Preliminaries.
Yeah, a couple of thugs versus a couple of thugs. They're not like they're using.
Is Thronbar around?
Huh?
Is Thronbar around?
Thronbar is not around. He is out with the sailors drinking. They're actually probably hammered still, or hungover, depending. Just they've been drinking their lives happily away for a little while, considering the closeness to death that they all came to.
Yeah, I actually saw Thronbar and a couple of guys head over to the Red Sock on my way over. So
that is accurate.
Dane, I'm gonna take out the tarot cards that I just found, and I'm gonna cast another ritual, the augury spell, and ask the spirits results will be if I join the fighters in the pit.
All signs point to your imminent death.
Okay. I say that I'm gonna sit this one out.
Superstitious one, huh? All right. Well, more for me.
Spends another 10 minutes. Will Calcine make it? Nope. Fuck the world.
Wait.
Die in the fighting pit.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, right. All right, cool. So, Calcine's down to fight in the ring.
I will sit back and stay with my new friend Rigby and my other new friends that also look scared and quivering. Except for Calcine. She looks tough.
She's literally a fire genasi. Her hair's like basically flame.
Magvarus, you gonna get in there?
I am.
I'm in there with him.
Borla, you getting in?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Oh, brother.
All right, this is good news.
Knew I could count on you guys.
So, Webb, you're going in?
I feel like I have to now.
He's got something to prove.
Marvin he's going to stay here and eat some bacon. He heard they had good chicken soup after the Raven comment. He's hungry.
Glad I picked all my non-combat spells for today.
Oh, shit.
Maybe you should sit out.
You don't have to come, buddy.
For
We'll
my
probably
first
fight less
action,
people if
I'll
we don't
cast
then.
Disguise Self. And then I will comprehend languages.
Classy.
You don't have to go. We can just be a threesome over here. You don't have to.
Well, let's see how
subject
many
yourself-
let's see how many opponents they have signed up. If they only have 3, then you don't need me. But
I'm pretty sure he's gonna modify it. Like if we go with 3,
Yeah.
then we're gonna fight 3. If we go with 4, we'll fight 4.
Never, I would never do that. So the half orc who you guys have met before, as he said, the rules have sort of changed, and it's sort of more free spirited, full on fight the enemy type thing. And you sign up to go into the pit, right? You're like, we'll go into the pit. Well, you guys get to the pit to meet your contestants that you're against.
oh my god.
And it is 3 humongous Cyclopses that are just savage, carrying tree trunks, and they are ready to thump your brains
But-
in.
Before we
You're gonna
fight,
carry a weapon this time.
I'm gonna cast Aid on everybody.
So with that being said, let's roll initiative. Everybody can roll initiative. It is on your character sheet under INT, or what is it, INIT, I think. In the very center, it's going to be INIT between AC and speed. Just click on that. That'll roll your initiative. Even the people in the stands.
Thanks,
Does anybody else
everybody.
in the stands want to go in the ring before we go on? I'll allow that if you guys decide.
Can we put some money on the fight?
Huh?
Can we put some gold in the fight?
Yeah, I
Yep.
definitely bet.
What's the payout?
The odds right now are 3-1 for the Cyclopses.
Sweet. So we get 3
I
times.
got
what we
30
bet?
gold on us.
I got 10 gold on us.
Are you keeping track of that, Megan?
Yeah.
I'll put 120 on us.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I got 116 on us.
115?
Yeah, 115. Yeah.
Rigby and Zilsara, do either of you want to bet?
How much gold do I have?
I think you had
How much do you want?
60.
I have 1 billion.
Let me look. I think you had 60.
Screw it. I'm going to put 50 out too.
Why does it say it's different? Yours says 11, but I thought you had 60. It's different than it was earlier.
Where do I see that? Oh, there it is. Gold pieces. I see it. Okay.
Oh, maybe did I put the?
You shortchanged me? I'm the thief.
No, I'm looking for somebody else has. I must have put the fortune teller's thing on somebody else.
Can I bet the chest,
Yeah.
assuming it's worth 100 gold?
You want to put the chest up?
I mean, I've heard great things about Calcine, and this web character seems very wise too.
He's
Webb made a big impact pretty quick.
oh yeah, he always does. Never delivers, but
Hey,
always makes a good first impression.
we're taking applications for members of the calcination.
That sounds scary though. I'm not too good at that.
It's my fan club.
We're still working on the
More of
name.
an independent rogue. I'm good.
Here, you got
Got
75
a whoop.
gold right now, Mac.
75.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet 20.
You guys have your temporary hit points?
How many?
5. I'll put them on everybody.
Yeah, sometimes I have aid 4 times. So now.
Megan, did you hear she's putting 20 down?
20.
Okay. All right. So if we're ready, it looks like it starts with Magvarus.
Yeah, I think everybody knows what I'm gonna start with here.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna go with Spirit Guardians. I might as well just get closer to these guys before I really even cast it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's all 30.
You know, here's the other thing. You could potentially like prepare to do that when others are perhaps in your way.
Yeah, I don't really want to get that close. Okay.
Got that close.
Yeah, I don't want to be that close, really.
Like you could just wait for the barbarians to step up and fight before you start doing anything.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Let's see here. What else can I do? I'm gonna say that I'm carrying my mace right now, and not my crossbow, because I have my shield up. So I won't be able to. Oh, I'll cast Sacred Flame on Whirl with Cyclops 14 there.
Okay, you're gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
think
then
the
too,
save
just as
is
a reminder
wrong.
for everybody, when you roll your dice to do hit and damage, if you could mention what it is, so that we're not having to try to read it.
These people aren't even in.
What is? I think my save's wrong on this because it says a 11 dex save, but I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to be. I know my save was wrong initially for.
Yeah, I don't know, buddy. What's it supposed to be? Because the spell. So what's his spell save, Evan? So the spell save for him would be what? Cleric.
His is probably 15 or 16, so it's 8 plus his wisdom plus his proficiency.
Is that right, Max?
Yeah.
It's like mine's 15, but mine's charisma based.
Okay. Dog's going nuts. I have no idea what my dog's barking at right now.
I thought you said daughter, and I was like, damn, Lydia sounds like a dog. So
That is
makes
some
more
pretty
sense.
terrible karaoke.
Really thought she was better than that, but it's fine.
Woof, woof.
That's funny. Quiet, dog. Final bark. Okay. No, they said quiet. It's a rotten dog. Okay. So you did Sacred Flame. How'd it go?
I'm still trying to. I don't know what this. You said it's with the 8 plus the wisdom modifier plus proficiency.
Yeah.
What's the proficiency?
It should be +3 for level 6 character.
Okay. So the save should be 16 then.
Yeah.
Okay, then there we go.
Oh, the chainmail.
Did you figure out how to like make it right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries. There we go. 13 damage. That's good. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon on the same one.
Oh.
Why did it hit? What happened here? Oh, it attacked me too. Okay, whatever. I guess it missed anyway, so that's fine.
You missed, huh? You had
With
yourself
my spiritual
tagged?
weapon. Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Okay, let me see. We got
Same character popped up.
Like there's a shady character hanging out outside.
In the stands.
I better keep his shady shit out there.
The stranger looks pretty shady too.
Let's see.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm looking for something.
does not look like a very trustworthy gentleman.
Jizzlehawk, did you roll your initiative?
No, because I didn't see anything that said initiative, so I didn't mention it.
Center of your main sheet in the front page of the main tab. In the very center, it says INIT +5 for you. You'll just click on that little box. Okay. So Jizzlehawk's doing your own thing. Magvaris casts Sacred Flame and misses. And then Rigby, you're sitting upstairs. I assume you're done, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Yep.
Except for you need to put a spiritual weapon on the map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Cool. Poor Chewie has had like more dog friends than anything. He keeps like he's here one minute and gone the next. All right, where's the Sacred Flame show up?
Spiritual weapon.
Yes, I meant.
I attached 14 with it, so it should be next to 14.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. What is it, 20 feet or 30 feet from you?
No, I can. It's much farther than that. It would have appeared right next to
It's like
the one on the
60
right.
feet or something with like an extra, it gets 30 feet of movement or 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. Okay. Perfect. All right. So Rigby, you're just watching, I assume.
Yeah. Can you tell me, because I'm just kind of sizing up the situation. Do the Cyclops with ranged weapons?
They have they have large pouches on their sides that are bulging with something.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. The giant Wallace the Cyclops is going to pull a rock from his giant bulging pocket and throw it directly at Magvaris. Getting a good start off. That's a critical hit.
Oh
You gotta
boy.
be kidding me.
That is a critical hit.
Counterspell.
Counter rock.
Go ahead and throw one of those.
Should have taken that catch missiles feat.
Chat. Boom. Critical 20. Nice work there. Wallace the Cyclops 3. It's going to be some hella damage to Magvaris.
Jesus.
And that's heavy damage.
What the hell?
Shady character snickers to himself and points at the four of you. Idiots. Borla.
Can I get to one of them? Can I get to 3? Diagonally?
No, not from there.
I don't know.
I mean, you could do a double movement to get to him, but you wouldn't be able to attack.
You have 40 feet of movement. You can get to him.
Oh, I forget he has 40 feet. Not I keep doing 25, 5, 10, 15.
Or
Just
35.
Oh,
You have 35 feet because you're a dwarf?
Yeah.
so based on where you're standing right now, since I moved you, I think
Oh.
you can get to him.
Oh, okay.
Choom, runs over there,
Goes into a rage.
busting out a little rage. Magvaris, did that hurt?
No, I feel great. You know,
Holy
it's
cow.
I want to go
Just
reckless.
a little rock.
Okay.
Well, merely a pebble.
A flesh wound.
Just but a flesh wound.
Oh, whoa. Clicked the wrong one.
Your health super low already.
He
Oh,
just
yeah.
took
He took
59 hit
51 damage.
Oh, I saw 13 damage.
No, you saw wrong.
24
Oh,
hit.
sweet lord. I was like, why is his bar all red? He took 13 damage. I don't. don't get it.
Yeah.
18 damage. Bar didn't even move. Again.
Moved a little.
We so fucked.
Not looking
5
good.
hits. Huh. 8 damage. Well, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Web.
All right, Webb is looking
Oh, I'm
at
sorry. I'm
Magvaris.
sorry, Web. 1 second. So, Borla rolls over there and waxes Wallace the Cyclops.
Heyo.
Hits him real hard. Unfortunately, what he hits feels non-substantial, or
What are you telling me?
as you go through it, it
Oh.
evaporates to your blast.
Borla didn't turn on rage, by the way. So if you get hit, you're gonna get hit hard.
Turn some rage on,
That's
but
it.
whatever you hit was not a concrete construct. You went
Yeah,
through
they
it.
can throw a boulder at me for 51 damage.
Oh, that's
That
it.
one didn't.
I thought that was that was the one.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. They all threw it at the same time.
Wow.
You can't even keep your game straight.
Well, I'm trying to do too many things, and Fantasy Grounds is spitting back these images at me. I don't know why.
Oh, you crit.
Is it my go?
Do they all
With
put
the
it on?
mirror image.
Yeah, I don't know why the images aren't staying on here when I put them on the character NPCs. Like the character, see, I put it on there, and like it was showing letters instead of the images I was putting on. It was messing with me. So, but yeah. So anyway, the first one was Wallace. Yeah, so that makes sense. So yeah, it's fine. But he did hit it, and it did evaporate. So I mean, I can put it back if you really want.
Now we're all set.
Well,
So the one that hit Magvaris was which one?
the one that just evaporated is the one that it looked like through the rock.
Okay, gotcha. So we don't really know.
Correct.
Okay. So I will. Seeing that damage, I did not like that at all.
Mm-mm. He
I'm
just got
going.
blasted with like a.
He's literally shaking in his boots.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
He pulled
Like
like
if that
a
hits me,
40-pound
I'm
boulder
dead
out.
underneath a rock. So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna start rolling my hands together, and first you just look like Webb's gonna shit his pants, but he steals himself, and he's gonna cast Enemies Abound on Wilm the Cyclops.
God.
God damn.
He succeeds.
What a roll.
How the fuck
What
did
a
he
roll.
succeed an intelligence save?
No idea.
Fucking
His intelligence
Cyclops.
is trash.
Of course. For a bonus action, I'll cast a healing word on our buddy there. It's not much, but it's something. All right, that's it.
Oh, you did great. Make sure you click it off.
I did.
The Rib Tickler Priestess. She cast a spell.
Oh no.
What? She's not in the ring?
Magvaris, you get 5 hit points back.
Oh. What?
Calcine.
I don't like that. She's gonna be doing that for everybody.
They're still not trying to kill you.
That's weird.
It's definitely
Yeah,
weird, but
five,
it's
five,
it's all
five,
it's no holes barred, but there's a couple of holes.
30,
Barred.
35. All right, I'm gonna rage.
Yeah, you are.
Hell yeah, I got Misty Step. All right. Raging Misty Step.
That's helpful.
That's gonna be hella helpful.
Yeah.
The crowd goes absolutely batshit crazy when Borla murders and evaporates that one.
Yeah.
You hear him chanting bacon, bacon, and then
I pull some out and eat some.
smashing it, pounding down the bacon. That's chicken mail. Hurt
Alright.
my head.
I'm gonna roll up on Werrell
All right.
with my great sword.
Oh wow, what is happening?
Yeah, I know. Trying something different this time.
Super weird. I don't know if I like it.
Well, not sure I like it either, but slice and dice. Here we go. Told you I wasn't sure.
Yeah, not your finest work. A little
There we
better.
go.
On the return, an 18.
Yeah. Hey, 14 damage. That's better than I could have done with the other. Yeah.
Okay, let me see this.
All right, so a couple slices and 14 damage to the, I don't know, thing if it's real.
It's a great question. Good old Werrell
Hell yeah,
Where
let's
did
go.
he go?
also evaporates.
Love this.
Yeah, this is fun.
Stranger's gonna move to here. And Willin the Cyclops is gonna just sidle on over to Calcine. And he gets 2 attacks with his great club.
Hold on, I turned on my rage, right?
22 to hit.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Half a 17. So you take 3 damage? Why is it 3 damage?
Oh, it's because of the extra HP.
Got it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the 5 attempts. Okay. Very nice. Okay. And then bashes you once, comes back around with it, hits you the second time. Another 8 damage to you.
Well, shit. These attack rolls, I might as well be rolling at advantage. Doesn't matter. They're going to hit me anyway.
Marvin leaps up on the table in a ferocious rage. Leave Calcine alone, you monster! Ah! He like throws bacon into the crowd and he like kicks over a tankard and like jumps off the table and starts to rush the ring where he's intercepted by one of the bouncers. Yeah, see, look, the stranger went to be an M again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just keeps happening.
Okay, so Jasara, you're in the crowd. You can roll a perception check now that the first round has gone past.
Okay. Why can't we get to click? There we go.
What a fight. You know, it's just, you've never seen such an arena as this, and the fight itself is just encapsulating your attention. You don't notice anything untoward at all. Just everything seems to be working as it should.
I am
In fact,
wowed.
you're pretty sure there was one Cyclops the whole time. No, it wasn't a fail. It wasn't that. It's not that bad. But would you like to do anything else? You're in there now. Considering too, this is a busy pit fight. Calcine is a well-known adventurer. There are numerous signs and posters of her last win, and you know this crowd is pretty well packed in here, around in the bleachers and whatnot, and even the side halls around the exterior of the Coliseum itself. There's quite a few people have been in movement, coming and going.
Yeah, I think that especially the shady character, I'd like to check them out and see if I can snag some loot for my crew for later.
So
So
true
if I
story.
could
This
sneak
guy
around a
just
little bit.
looks schmarmy. That's his shadiness. His shady secret is he just looks kind of schmarmy.
Well, then I'm gonna steal some smarmy shit off him. Then
I like it.
can I say that?
Yeah.
Are there kids watching?
No one's watching.
Keep it PG, Cam.
Oh, it's sad but true.
And we gotta get webcam famous. Let's go. So,
It's fine.
yeah.
Hey,
Do I need
hey,
to roll
Dane.
something to steal something from this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be sleight of hand to do the actual action, but stealth to not be seen by anyone while you're doing it. So you'll stealth first and then sleight of hand.
Dane, can I ask a question?
No,
Okay.
I'm kidding. You can.
If the shady character has to make a perception check, he's gonna roll a 1.
Okay. Well,
That's how the portent works.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So he did not notice you stealing from him.
What did I get?
Curved dagger and 105 gold.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Good haul.
Roll a fortitude save, a constitution. I'm just kidding. Welcome to the game. You just died.
no.
Cool. And Magvaris.
All right, I'm feeling that. I'm gonna go and heal myself. That's what we're gonna do.
Just got hit with a giant rock, bro.
Yeah, that was not
Shake
a
it off,
friendly
bud.
rock.
He was super pissed too. He's like, "That's not even the one that fucking threw it."
All right, so that's 12 health. Then I'm gonna kind of roll up a little bit closer to Calcine, getting ready to support her and take a swing at Willen with my spiritual weapon.
Perfect.
Why does it do to? Oh, it's targeting myself again.
Yeah, don't do damage because you'll hit yourself. Just
Yeah, I
drag
didn't
the
know. I
one to him over.
missed on both accounts anyways, so
You're gonna miss anyway.
that's all I got.
All right, Rigby. You can roll a perception check, Max, to see if Rigby notices anything untoward.
Hold on.
Yeah, Mag, it says you're targeting yourself. That's all I see now.
No?
Okay.
You happen to notice that Jill Sara got up and Marvin was drugged back to the table. But nothing too crazy untoward going on. Obviously, you see that you both saw that there was 3 Cyclops, and now there's only 1. And there's no bodies. Kind of different.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep watching the fight.
Okay, that's fine. Shady character. He's gonna move away.
Just walking through the seats like that?
Yeah, he's maneuvering through them.
Oh,
You know, shady
the place
character.
is pretty empty.
The place is not very empty. I just did not make that many tokens on the map, so my apologies. I'll make sure to fill the amphitheater next time.
Thanks.
Psych, I'm not gonna do that. See, like, why is he's turned into an A?
Hey,
All right, Borla.
my Borlar's gonna, after crushing that last one, disintegrating him, I'm gonna go over to his buddy.
Feeling real good about this.
Yeah. Oh, move over there, and then we're going to give him an issue. Like he's gonna be bleeding right quick. Recklessly attacking this guy.
Okay.
I clicked on it. There we go.
Shady character 50.
20 will hit. Make attack. Divine Fury.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't give me their. Like, it shouldn't get rid of the picture I put on there. I mean, I guess I have to use. Do I have to use a token? If I don't use a token, does it not keep it? I've been using portraits.
No idea.
Super annoying.
There we go. 14
Where
damage.
is Borla currently?
To the left there.
Is he waiting for you to accept a movement, or is my screen
Yeah,
just not
he's
moving?
waiting for me to accept the movement. See if it works now. Yeah, I guess maybe that's why I have to. I think I might have to use a token instead of a. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. And then what now?
He just did all his damage.
Okay. One second.
Yeah.
There's 7. Okay. Should be good now. Let me put them back on there. All right. And is that all for you, Borla?
Yeah, that's it. That'll do it.
Okay. He took damage.
Ready?
Okay. Let's get into range. Yeah. Let's see. Ugh, my Spirit Guardians is not big enough yet. Well, poop. Can't do that. Oh, shoot.
What's wrong with your Spirit Guardians?
I can't reach him yet. I can reach him next turn. So we will call an audible and through my pockets in my components pouch, find a little bit of molasses, rub that together, do a somersault with my hands, and cast slow. Yes.
What's that
He
mean
is
for him?
slowed. That means some stuff. Let me put the
Some stuff
effect
and
on him.
things.
So his speed is halved. He takes a -2 penalty to his AC and dexterity saving throws, and he can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a action, not both, regardless of his abilities.
So no reactions.
Correct. He can either cast an action or a bonus action.
That-
Speed halved -2 to DC to AC and dexterity saving throws. And then I'll just do a level 1 healing word on my boy Megvaris.
Hey,
Max.
Webb, just FYI, normally you can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Oh, that's right. I can't do that. Never mind. Sorry. I'm going to take that healing back, buddy.
One's
Oh,
a
that's
one's a bonus action now,
Sorry.
so he could, right?
Yeah, but if you cast a bonus action spell, then
2
you
spells.
you can only use your action to cast a cantrip, and vice
I will
versa.
give inspiration, though, to Magvaris. So
oh, didn't know that.
That he can do.
that is my turn.
Okay. Rib Tickler Priestess is going to chill. The light above and the light all around the entire arena kind of flickers, almost as if like your blinds are closed and there's a heavy duty lightning storm outside and the lights flashing. The entirety of the arena from above kind of flashes with this strange, not quite fast enough to be strobe flashing. Calcine.
That is in no way upsetting. I'm going to move ever so slightly.
Some placement I see.
Meows. And I'm going to swing my greatsword a couple times. Still getting the feel for this. Oh, I have advantage. That was silly. Hold on. Let me see if that... Nope, just a regular hit. Okay. Let's see, some slashing damage there. Hell yeah, 16 damage on the first swing. Try her again. $15 damage on the second swing and a bonus action to kick him in the Achilles tendon.
His bar went down a little bit, actually. Finally moved.
Shit, advantage, Megan. Well, 4 damage. So 35 damage for that round. It's been worse.
Mm-hmm.
I play it up for the crowd too. Give him a couple slices, kick him, and go, yeah!
Nice.
And really try to get the crowd into it.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. Or if you have performance.
Probably don't have either one of those, but how about performance?
He's going to reach into his pocket and throw another rock at Magvaris.
Uh-oh.
That figures.
The guy that hasn't done anything to him yet.
He hits you with a 27 for 31 damage.
Gosh.
That's healthy.
Yeah, that's right. You leave Kelsey alone.
You better get in here with those spirit guardians real quick.
Is anyone else been attacked? Oh yeah, no.
Mostly just you.
Yeah, mostly just you. I took some damage.
He clubbed a little bit, but...
Yeah, I took some damage.
All right, Hawk, give me another perception check. It's a busy crowd. The shady character has not noticed you. He's kind of just moving through the crowd, like I said, a little bit slowly, but like kind of bobbing and weaving his way through. You're pretty sure that he just took somebody else's purse as he's sifting through the crowd.
Okay.
You didn't see him
You're
do it,
stealing
but
from
you
the
saw
thief.
like his motion and you saw the glint of his blade, and he like walked away. Like he was like going one direction. You saw him kind of pull his arm like he was cutting something, like ever so slightly. You didn't see him take the bag or anything like that, but then he kind of pivots and goes a different direction than he was already walking.
Well, I don't like that. So
Up into
can
the
I
crowd.
follow
Yeah,
him?
it's nothing familiar to you.
I don't like it. Where's he at? There's a little Zac Efron looking guy. I don't see him on here.
He's straight ahead of you on the left.
Oh, this guy.
You're
Okay.
in good company here. There's a very well-established cut purse ring here.
So I can go over to him, and can
That's the
I?
stranger.
Is that the wrong person?
Yeah, he's right here.
I can't see him for some reason.
Yeah, it's hard to see. He's there. He's just hard to see because he's a shady character.
Oh, because he's shady. Okay. All right. Well, can I sneak up behind him and figure out what he did? Slap him around a little bit?
Are you going to try and take the purse he took?
Yeah.
I like it. It's like let him go do all the dirty work and then you rob him.
Look, I'm a Robin Hood kind of character. I'm from the woods.
You folk hero. I'm from the woods. That's great.
This is what we do.
Go ahead with a
rich
stealth
and
and a
the needy.
stealth and then sleight of hand again.
Okay.
Slip into the slippity slide. God. Okay. You lift 32 silver off him in the bag. It's like a cut purse.
Let's go.
That's hilarious.
All right. That'll teach you to steal from other people, you sneaky sneak.
Do you say that to him?
I do. That's what I say.
You steal from him, put it in your pocket, and then say, that'll teach you to steal. Giving away the fact that you just robbed him.
That's right. And then I slap him with the bag in the face.
Is this
It's
real?
a little slap though. Like, yeah, it's like the glove, and then they like slap it with a glove. This is real.
I like it. Perfect. So that's going to be a fight.
No, he didn't.
That's good. That's good to know.
Well, that's okay. I've gotten what I needed to, but I feel like he needs to know that
he can't
did
do
wrong.
it. I appreciate your audacity of your actions. I love it. Magvaris, you're up.
No, but I can't.
All right.
The married couple's arguing behind the scenes.
No, I was just making sure she's adding the gold and silver that she's stealing to her character sheet. All right, I'm going to use Channel Divinity, Preserve Life on myself, and also, no, I can't heal anyone else with it, but that'll put me up to, it's kind of hard to do this math backwards. I've got 4 health right now. I can heal up to 32.
Oh, yeah, you're low.
So I get 28 back.
That was helpful.
That helps a little.
Now you're just one hit away from dead.
Right? 1 rock, apparently.
Those rocks are killing.
Is there anywhere to hide in this place? Like, can I hide behind something?
No, it's literally the point.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna roll up a little bit here, and we're gonna go Spirit Guardians.
Wait, are you planning on casting Spirit Guardians right now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Why am I targeted? I don't
know why you're targeting yourself.
He succeeded the save. Oh, I succeeded my save. Did he?
Yeah, you succeeded. He didn't roll. Oh, wait. Yeah, he succeeded.
Okay.
It's above yours.
Okay, so Spirit Guardians does not go off.
Are you serious?
Rigby and Jizzlehawk roll perception checks. And then anybody in the arena roll with disadvantage on perception checks.
Oh, double 19s.
Man, your advantage was a 19. You rolled at disadvantage and it was a 19.
Is with the nat 20.
Mm-hmm. So Jizzlehawk, 2 things. The guy you just slapped with the purse he just stole is about to cut you. The second thing is the gentleman that is a little bit farther away that you originally went and walked up next to, he just cast a spell right as Magvaris was casting a spell. No one else besides you and Magvaris noticed that. So you don't notice Magvaris notices, but Magvaris, you're like, I just fucking prayed and cast Spirit Guardians. What just happened? And you like look around quickly and you see him like over here like doing something very discreetly, but nevertheless. The stranger.
Can I stab him?
You have to unmute.
Sorry. Can I stab him?
Well, it's not your turn, but you do know that you noticed 2 things. The guy that you ran up on and said, hey, you shouldn't steal, and tried to steal his thing and then went to like slap him with it or whatever, he's about to cut you. And you notice that the other guy over there may not have just cast a spell as Magvaris did.
So you're just telling me these things, but I can't.
What's he cutting purses with since she got a curved dagger from him?
He's got a little knife.
No, so you're good. He's not going to do much damage anyway.
I mean, he's got more weapons on him, but that's okay. Rigby, what was your perception? You didn't do very good. This is a great match, Rigby. Like, you're glad that you didn't go down there because you know for a fact that the portent was true. You know, or like your augury was real. You're like, if I'd have went in there, I'd have been real fucking dead, real fucking quick, which is real.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed anything, so I don't really see any reason for me to do anything, right?
Right. The very first hit that he hit him with would have hit you, and it would have been just enough to knock you to dying. it was 55.
I'm enjoying the company of this this goblin guy or whatever.
Marvin's a real treat.
He is a treat.
That's fine.
He's a great
Feel-
ambassador for
We
goblins
found
everywhere.
him on episode 1, and he's never leaving again.
So the gentleman there that you are playing around with, Mac, drops a short sword from his sleeve.
Okay. So
And
I can pick
he
it up.
attempts to cut you with it. He swings and it hits. So you swing in your bag, hit him with it. He is an assassin, so he gets extra damage. You take 22 damage.
What?
And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. So you'll click on your
Oh
sheet.
my gosh.
On the right, there is a con, and it says +2. On the right there, just double click that.
Wait, what? What?
On your
A
character
con?
sheet, open it up on the main
Yeah.
page. On the right, in the middle, it says CON with a +2 below it. You'll just click on that twice. Okay, good. You did not make your save, which means you take some more
Okay,
damage.
good.
Okay, good.
Welcome. Welcome to the game.
And you feel as his short sword, which is dripping with venom, slices across your chest, or your arm, or your upper arm and chest area. You feel the biting pain of the venom that coats his blade enter your blood as your entirety starts to feel as if on fire, and you feel nauseous.
Neat.
Wait, did she take 52 damage?
She did.
That's insane.
So I felt a little piddly knife because it was poison.
You took damage because he gets sneak attack on his first attack because he's an assassin, and you took poison damage because you failed to save.
Okay.
That's some poison.
Yeah,
That is.
fucking killer.
Okay, so I'm not really sure what I can do here. I guess cry out in pain and stagger backwards
Yes.
and grab onto my wound and try and stop the bleeding because there's blood everywhere.
I like it.
Seeping poison. So
While
I'm
you're
gonna try
doing
and
that, Borla is
flag
battling in the
Magvar.
ring.
Yeah, I want Magvaris to help me out with some health,
He is.
but he doesn't have any time for me right now. So
I like that he just went, mm-mm. I'm busy trying to stay alive.
You smacked him in the face with the punch you just stole from him. What did you expect?
you live and you learn, right? Maybe not live.
Oh,
Some of us don't live forever.
Old Boulder Shoulders is a little busy right now.
Oh man, Boulder Shoulders.
Hey, real quick, what did I get 35 silver from this bag in the
32.
curve
There's
neck?
32 in the purse that he lifted that you lifted. There are other options besides fighting this guy right now, but I'm not one to tell you what to do.
Run.
To talk nice, if I backed away.
I mean, you can't really back away. This wasn't your turn yet.
Oh.
But I like the thought process of I'm splattering everybody with blood, I'm crying out and like stumbling down, like, oh my god, he attacked me. Like, that's a thing. And like making a scene right now might be in your benefit because you're surrounded by people and it's a public space.
I just tried to get this lady's purse back for her.
Right.
That's right.
Lady elf.
Play the drama queen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Borla goes in there, does a shit ton of damage. I even saw a critical hit, Borla. No one's ignoring you, whoever it is, except me.
Oh, good.
You did good, bud.
Yeah, I'm about to cut it off. I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't stay after the end of this round either.
Yep, we'll
Yep,
finish the round and see what we got for next. We'll start here next week then.
I just missed with my short bow and healed Magvaris for 8 points.
The priestess will go ahead and throw a little love towards Magvaris as well. And now it's Calcine's turn.
Did you recently shave your head? It's nice and shiny today.
I shaved it this morning or this afternoon.
Yeah. I slap it real good.
That's really nice of you to say.
All right, we're gonna slice and dice with the great sword one more time.
Oh,
Ooh,
getting the
There it
hang
gotta
of
have
is.
it.
advantage, but
Very
I'll
nice.
take that instead.
Getting the hang of it.
Really, really liking this new Calcine.
Yeah,
It's
put a
great
weapon
sword
in
might
your hand.
crowd is going
might stick
wild
around
after
for
that.
a while. The crowd goes wild.
Do they? How's your
Absolutely
persuasion?
wild.
They're a little distracted. Somebody's stealing your thunder up in the crowd.
With that
that's
critical
probably a
hit, they
performance.
went mad.
I mean, they might be
Insane, out of
distracted
their
by-
seats.
They might
Look
be
at that shit.
Oh
I'm
my
not rolling
gosh.
performance for shit. That's 2 crits in a row, brother.
So, Calcine, the new member to your team that you thought you were going to like a lot, you're not a big fan of. Just because, like, when you showed off that you actually could wield a greatsword, 2 devastating blows to the Cyclops, she splatters blood on 3/4 of the crowd and screams out,
I see none of this.
Huh?
I see none of this, and I care not about anything on the outside of the ring. I am slicing, dicing, and hamming it up.
It's like the moment she's always waited for, and it's just ruined.
This is it. And only a portion of the room understands what's happening over on her side.
That's true.
Most of the room is still looking at me.
Some of it.
That's 40 damage. I'm gonna kick him again. Insult to injury. Shit. I keep forgetting I have advantage. And damn, a 19. That was so close.
I've been 3 in a row, and I just killed him.
Another 4 damage. So 44 damage for the round. And not terrible.
Not bad.
And I will roll another performance, but I shouldn't have to.
With advantage for sure.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the performance for it.
Perfect. It's not going to be good regardless.
So it didn't look good at all, but it was like you just happened to hit a couple of veins, you know?
Hey, blood's all that matters. Is he bleeding? Good.
It's splaying everybody with blood for sure. Okay. The stranger is gonna move down. Willem the Cyclops is gonna go ahead and throw a rock.
What? I just dealt so much damage, and he's still going after Magvaris.
He's real dumb, and he's got one eye, and he's throwing this one at Webb.
Oh,
and he hits.
No, come on.
Dane,
Yeah.
I think that should be a disadvantage because he's in close combat with the 2 other characters.
I mean, it's not, is it? Is that rules as written?
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't say that they have to use a ranged attack against somebody directly next to him. I think it just says that a ranged attack.
If you're in close combat, a ranged attack has disadvantage.
Against somebody not if you're in combat, if you're trying to range attack against someone who's in melee range, you have disadvantage.
No, I'm pretty sure it's if you do any ranged attack when you're in close combat.
I thought I guess the way I had read it was that if you're in melee combat and you try to attack someone with a ranged weapon, then you're at disadvantage.
Let's just play it out. We can look it up later.
Yeah, take a look if you'd like. That sounds really good.
Either just go ahead and crush me.
Oh, Jeremy, Jeremy, you just left?
No, I'm still here.
All right, let's see what happens. You took some damage there, bud. 30 is all.
I'm fine.
Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, a spell, or some other means, you have a disadvantage on the attack roll if you are within 5 feet of a hostile creature who can see you and isn't incapacitated.
So are we saying that then what Max is saying is right? Is that what we're saying?
Correct. That is the way the book reads.
That's great. I'm fine. You know me. I'm fine with it. I did not realize that. I thought it was just if you're. I mean, it makes sense because you're fighting somebody else, but he's a stupid ass Cyclops. He's got his orders.
I'm just trying to help these guys out from all these flying boulders
from the crowd. You're like sitting there with your tea, like sipping your tea in the crowd, like
reading your book.
Like your book's out. Occasionally you look up and notice things. You're like, wonder where Jizzlehawk went. You know, like I haven't seen her in a while. She's over there dying, splaying blood all over the place. All right, well, that's perfect, guys. I mean, I think we're not in the best place to end, and we didn't get quite as far as I was hoping, but, you know, I think it was an eventful and you know, fulfilling game for everybody, hopefully. So,
A full page of notes. I have a full 2 pages of notes, so we got a
Yeah,
lot done.
it's real solid.
I think it was a solid game. So thank you all my not watchers for coming. Thank you all you players for coming. Jeremy's peaced out as per usual. He's got to get up at like 3, so like I get it. But yeah, no, I'll see you guys next Sunday for this. Feel free to jump into some Tuesday night Fortnite if you guys want, or I don't know. As I get more settled in, I might start playing some other games with you, Megan, and whoever else, whenever else.
Sounds good.
Live long and prosper. Arrivederci.
Yeah.
Signing out.
Bye.